Welcome back to Midnight Echo Radio, where the stories are quiet, eerie, and best heard after dark. I'm Seraphine, and I'll be keeping you company tonight. Tonight's story begins with a sound so small, most people would ignore it. Breathing in the hallway, a scratch at the door, a voice that should be impossible to hear. What follows is a slow descent into something intimate, unnatural, and deeply wrong. The kind of fear that does not rush at you. It waits, it listens, and when it finally speaks, it already knows your name. Dim the lights, get comfortable, and listen closely. This is The Voice in the Hallway Knew My Name. There are some sounds your house makes that you learn to live with. The settling wood, the hum in the walls, the soft little clicks that happen after midnight when everything cools and shrinks and remembers it's getting old. You tell yourself those sounds are normal. That's what I told myself the first night I heard the breathing. It was faint, slow, patient, right outside my bedroom door. I remember lying there with my eyes open, staring into the dark, telling myself it had to be the heater, or pipes, or wind pushing through something loose, anything but breathing. I didn't get up. That was the strange part. I just listened. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Like somebody standing in the hallway, trying very hard not to make any other sound. Eventually it stopped, and somehow that was worse, because when the breathing ended, I realized I'd been waiting for footsteps, for movement, for the sound of someone walking away. But there was nothing, just silence. The next morning I checked the hallway. Nothing there. Checked the locks, still locked. Checked the windows, sealed tight. I even laughed at myself a little. Until the second night. This time it started earlier. Not breathing. Scratching. Very soft. Like a fingernail dragging down the outside of my bedroom door. Slow. Careful. Almost thoughtful. I sat up in bed and said, "Who's there?" The scratching stopped. For maybe 3 seconds. Then a voice on the other side of the door said, "Open it." It was my mother's voice. That would have been impossible. My mother had been dead for 11 years. I couldn't move, couldn't breathe, couldn't even think straight. Then the voice came again, a little softer this time. "Open it, honey." Exactly how she used to sound when I was sick as a kid. Gentle, tired, warm, and wrong. That was the thing that made my skin crawl. It sounded like her, but it didn't feel like her. You know how a person can smile at you, but something behind the smile is missing? That's what the voice felt like. A smile with nothing human behind it. I stayed in bed until morning with the blankets pulled up like that could save me. At sunrise, I opened the door. The hallway was empty, but scratched into the paint, right at eye level, were 4 words. "I miss your face." I moved out 2 days later. New apartment, 3rd floor, deadbolt on the door. Neighbors on both sides. Noise, traffic, city lights. The kind of place where nothing should be able to follow you. For a while, I thought it was over. Then last night, I woke up at 3:14 in the morning to the sound of breathing. Not outside the bedroom, inside it. From the corner near the closet. I didn't look. I couldn't. I just lay there frozen, listening to that slow, careful inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Then I heard something else. A whisper. so close it felt like lips near my ear. And it said, "You should have opened the door the first time." I still haven't looked in the closet, but I can hear scratching from inside it now. Slow, patient, almost thoughtful. And every few minutes, in my mother's voice, it says my name. If that story unsettled you, then it did exactly what it was meant to do. Some doors are closed for a reason, and some voices, no matter how familiar they sound, should never be answered. Thank you for spending part of your night here with me on Midnight Echo Radio. Subscribe and come back when the hour gets late. Until next time, keep the lights low, and if something calls to you from the dark, let it call twice.